Captain's Log. Hello, I'm Captain Vile. Good on you. You made it to Friday. Before we proceed with tonight's recording or lecture or show or synonym for entertainment you'd like to use, I must admit you might be able to pick up on it. I'm feeling a tad lethargic. Couldn't tell you why. I've been getting alright sleep. In fact, I woke up later than I wanted to today. I didn't have class or work today. But still, just tired all day. And I woke up, like I slept through my alarm. Well, I didn't sleep through my alarm. I woke up to my alarm. And I kind of stayed in bed. And then I, woke up again. I was like, oh, I just get a notification? I did. Here, I'll mute my desktop audio since there's only apologies for that. This rather relaxed show is going to be a bit busy. Well, just a relaxed show. Suddenly busy. Here, I'll mute Discord for 15 minutes. Whatever it is they're going on about. Jason's discussing us playing some game. He's just beaten, or not beaten, he's just finished uploading A Way Out. I still have to edit the rest of that series. I'm not doing any thumbnails for it, but I don't care. On the off chance that he does see these, I don't think he'd care, as is in his cup of tea, content-wise. But during the finale of the A Way Out, I ask him a riddle, and then I answer the riddle. Before he can answer it. But he was going to answer it. I looked back at the recording. I cut his answer off, and I feel bad about that. Sorry, Jason. My bad, man. Oh well. Now, I have two talking points for this evening. Well, the second one kind of leads into a third talking point. But whatever. As I was walking home from my club meeting, I'll get into that too. I walk door to door selling window cleaner on days I'm not in class. And it's hot now. It was cold. It is now hot. But it's rainy of late. Do you know what it's like when it's hot and raining? The coat you're wearing to protect yourself from the rain is overheating you. And you can't take the coat off, because now you're going to be wet. And you have to keep it on, so now you're going to be wet because of sweat. And it's hell. But whatever. Similar problem while walking back. But I noticed a help wanted sign at the escape room shop. Escape shop? It's not really a shop. Center. That I live by. So I applied. As a hey, scan here. I may go in and hand them a paper resume like it's the 1950s. Give them a stern handshake, a look in the eye. Yeah. That ought to work this time. Oh well. I feel like that's the perfect job for me. Other than I don't know, filmmaker or something. But retail kind of job. I would love doing that. I mean, yeah, I love riddles and riddler and puzzles and games. But you know that when I was a child, I played Saw with my family. That is to say, I had a little game where I would come up with these logic puzzles, riddles, and trap descriptions with hints at a way of avoiding the trap. And I would sit all my family down in the living room or something. And I would be the game master, and I'd flip through this notebook of answers and whatnot. And be alright, now there's two doors, and one has blah blah blah, and then blah 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 blah, and then there's some riddles, and there's logic puzzles. And it was fun. I've always loved doing that. But one time, if you want to know exactly how young I've been doing that, I only did it a couple times, but I loved doing it, but I only did it as a kid. But how young I was when I did it, my brother had just discovered, or had just realized what death was. Like my little brother, he's like 5 or something. Meaning that I was about 7-ish while doing this. But whatever. He had kind of just grasped the prospect of dying. So my mother, as I was coming up with riddles and logic puzzles, said, "Okay, Sawyer, you have to make this one lighthearted. Your brother's distressed with the fact that he's gonna die soon. Not one day, not because he's gonna die someday. So you have to make it lighthearted. You can't mention death." And it's like, that's the penalty. You get free lives or free wrong answers, and you die. And the point of it is who makes it out of like the saw traps or whatever. Mainly my dad. He was pretty good at them. Because we both liked logic puzzles. But anyway. And that really put a cramp in my style, because that's like... Oh! You didn't solve the riddle anymore. You didn't solve the riddle. Well, you're free to go anyway. That's horrible. Where's the showmanship? The suspense? No, you didn't solve the riddle in time. Now this buzzsaw. That's what I would describe as happening. And yes, to reiterate, I was like 8 or 7 when I did this. And one of the logic puzzles I had come up with, death was essential to it, because it was... You had witnessed a man being murdered. What was your course of action? And there was like a... Or how do you stop him from murdering you? Because he saw you witnessing the murder. Or whatever. But, like, I couldn't say murder or death. I had to be like, you saw a guy, game over, another guy. It was awful. I'm thinking about it now. Why didn't I just ask my mother to make my brother not be in the Saw game? I could think of these logic puzzles and, like, how to avoid traps. But I couldn't think of, wait a minute, if he doesn't want to think about death, why is he participating in this little game of life and death, fictional life and death, or whatever? Maybe my mother made him do it. It's like, oh, humor your brother. He loves doing this stuff. And it's like, but yeah, accurate impersonation of my brother, who has been on the channel before, actually. He was the guest on Captain's Conundrums, that game show I did. Yeah, no, he's definitely put up with my riddle-related shenanigans for several years. Especially because have I ever talked about this? Me and my brother shared a room for like 13 years. I didn't have my own bedroom until I was 17. It was awful. But yeah, no, anytime, and if you go back real early in my channel, like real... Not even that early, actually. Kingdom Hearts is when I had my own room. No. Kingdom Hearts is when I moved. Go to when I played Spelunky 2 because I needed to fill the time before we got Wi-Fi and I could actually record proper games. And then a little after, I may actually, hang on, I may check. I'm opening up my YouTube channel just now. Alright. When the hell... It was before Kingdom Hearts, which was Resident Evil. It was, I think it was Dark Souls. Dark Souls, Cuphead. Hang on, let me just find out when I was going through this nonsense of having to pre-record videos. Was it Subnautica? Damn, this is really bugging me. I can't find it. It was only for like 3 weeks, so it's not going to be that many. But they stood out. The Spelunky 2 videos, because it was the same thumbnail over and over again of like Batman chasing Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know why I did that thumbnail for him. It was dumb. God damn it, it's really getting to me. Okay. Inscription. A year ago. When I played Inscription, that was like the first time I had my own bedroom. And, God. Every other video before that, I shared a room with my little brother. And you can hear him in some videos. If you go back to I think it's the SpongeBob bet, the very first channel or yearly bet I made, actually it was the first bet on a channel, but the very first bet, I was wearing like sunglasses or something. I don't know if you can see him in the reflection, but you can hear him walk into the room, and I like acknowledge him, like I turn my head and watch him walk in. Oh well. But that is to say, I've always enjoyed riddling and had like game shows, whatever. So I'll tell them that if I get an interview. I won't tell them about the part about my little brother cramping my style because I couldn't talk about people being brutally murdered. I'll leave. That'll be like small talk with coworkers if I get the job. That'll be awesome. Oh well. Here's another one. I kind of went on for that one a while. Want to talk about this one? I don't know. Here, I guess this is relating to how I am now in my own room. So I live in university dorms, which means I live with 7 other people in the university, which means people are smoking weed. I gotta smell that. I go out in the hallway. 5, let's say 2 to 3 out of 5 times. It's 20 to 30. That's, it's 40 to 60. 40 to 60% of the time, it's gonna smell like weed. And I don't know if any of you need to hear this, but it's very easy to smell weed because it smells like wet, burnt lawn clippings. And these people are burning grass like a wildfire. They aren't hiding it, but they're still, like... This is where the talking point begins. The talking point is not, my roommates do drugs. Boo diddly hoo diddly. No, it's... My roommates think I'm a narc, and I'll tell you why. I don't take drugs or do weed or whatever. I don't want to. I enjoy having all of my faculties all of the time, which makes people think I'm a narc. I've never been offered weed, but I mean, people know I don't do anything. But the main reason people think I'm a narc is I interrogate them. Whenever I know someone is on drugs, was on drugs, or has drugs on them, I will linger a little bit. I'll make a show of sniffing the air, or asking what's up with their eyes. And one time, as I said, when they have drugs on them, one time at a party, some guy was pulling something out of his pocket, and little Ziploc bags, little tiny Ziploc bags fell out. I had some fun with that guy. Hey, you dropped some things. Oh, little bags. What are those for? What could you be holding in something so small? I never tattle, of course. I do it just for the fun of watching them squirm. They don't know that, though. Oh. It is invigorating. Their glazed eyes widen, their slumped posture straightens. Ecstasy turns to panic while their slowed functions strain to come up with a halfway convincing lie. It is, in fact, a lot like riddling. See, a little callback to my previous talking point. I do enjoy riddles, but riddling is something I immensely enjoy. And it's, as I just said, similar to interrogating people on drugs. Just that puzzled look as the answer is at the edge of their cortex, but they can't grasp it. Their eyes scan the room to see if there is some clue, some object that may have influenced my train of thought and been a deciding factor in which riddle I gave them. Then focusing on my body language as they give their guess, trying to gauge my reaction, see if they're on the right track. It's always fun. It's always fun. I'm gonna have a bit of water. I have a fan on, as I didn't talk about my little venture down to the library at 11 p.m. and annoying the night guards on this show. I talked about it during my playthrough of Ender Lilies. But the fan has helped. Hang on. My show. I've been talking for 17 minutes. Well, like 16:50. Given the time it took to drink. Whatever. Always fun messing with other people. Be that for the riddling or interrogating them. And I don't go like, oh, I'm just messing with you. No, that would be obnoxious. I just kind of smile at them and walk away. Oh well. I wonder how many people like frightened doing that. I don't keep track. I wonder if anyone got genuinely nervous. Like genuinely, is that guy actually going like, oh? I know some narcotics make you paranoid. And I certainly wouldn't be helping with that. Oh well. I think I'm beginning to ramble now, so I'm out of topics. Oh. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Stay tuned to Gotham FM.